and today, inshallah, I will just show you some attempts for students because last time we didn't have time to discuss their writings. Nurhan, am I right, Nurhan? Nurhan and Fahad. I will show you some problems. I will show you some problems. Let's start with Fahad. Let's start with Fahad. Can you see the screen? Can you see the screen?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. Now, Fahad, can you hear me? Fahad, are you here? Fahad. Fahad. Yeah, Fahad is here. Yeah, listen to me, Fahad, please. Now, Fahad wrote, "Hello, I'm Fahad Muhammad, and I will talk to you today about one of my hobbies that I love, which is freediving." Last time, if you remember, Fahad, we said that this style is unacceptable in academic writing, especially in essay writing. Why? Because you are writing to your audience, to your readers. You may expect that you have thousands, maybe millions of readers in the future. Inshallah, you will be so famous when you become, let's say, a professional writer. You will have readers from all over the world. All right. So this style is unacceptable. Don't use this style in writing. Start directly with your topic, Ifad. Okay, akhoy? Start directly with your topic. Go directly. Free diving is blah, 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 blah. Right? Here, when I was a child, I used to see pictures of aquatic nature, corals, and fish underwater. So since my childhood, I had dreamed of seeing this marine world. So I made this goal one of my biggest goals, which I must achieve, and I achieved it at the age of 14 and became a fan of scuba diving. Now, Fahad, yani, what kind of hook did you use in your essay, in your introduction? What type of hooks did you use? Can you tell me? If you remember last time, we talked about 5 types of hooks. Also, we talk about additional one, which can be considered the 6th one. You start from broad till narrow. It's like the inverted, we call it the inverted pyramid. Inverted pyramid. You start broad, generally, then you will start talking, specifically about the topic that you are going to discuss, inshallah. So this style is unacceptable. All right, this is unacceptable. Again, yeah, I practice this hobby every weekend and every time. So what? For me, as a reader, forget I'm not criticizing you, Fahd. We are here just to learn. You say that I practice this hobby every weekend. So what? How can you convince me? Wallahi, you practice it every weekend. This is yani announcement. This is an announcement thesis statement. This is not a thesis statement. I practice this hobby every weekend, and every time I see a new world and new fish and beautiful and new things. What is your thesis statement? I see a new world, new fish, beautiful and new things. You must go back. You must rewrite your thesis statement. And please, I need direct thesis statement. Direct thesis statement. I don't like you to write me an indirect thesis statement. Oh, okay, Fahad? Yeah. Let's go to another attempt. I think Nurhan. Show you Nurhan. Nurhan. Yes. Now, Nurhan, here. From an app to another. What does app refers to or stands for? It's application, right? Don't use abbreviations here. Don't expect, يعني what I'd like to tell you, Nurhan, don't expect that your readers will understand everything you write. Yeah, don't say that. Wallahi, okay, it is well known for all of us, and we know app. We say app. Yeah, this is informal way. But here you are talking about academic writing. In academic writing, you should not use abbreviations. You should use the full word. Yesterday, I got an email from one of your colleagues. She wrote, "Dear P. Harahsheh." P like this. P. Harahsheh. So, and I told her, please, P. I know that you mean prof, and prof, by the way, this is an abbreviation of professor. All right. So we use this abbreviation, prof, rather than P. Okay, it's known, or no, it's not known. For the academic purposes, it is unknown. Please. Here, from an app to an app, I will enlarge the page. Yeah, from an app to another, replying to a text after the other, liking a post after a post after a post. Yeah, there is no need for a repetition in English, because just here, liking a post after a post, that's it. Delete after a post. This one must be deleted. All right, Nurhan? Now, has become the life of an average teenager in today's world. Snapchat, Instagrams. يعني, I think they have a category here, a main category for them. What do we call them, ya Nurhan? Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, WhatsApp. What do we call these? What do we call these? Social media. Yeah, social media applications such as, right, like this. Social media applications such as Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. There are so many. We have more than 10 nowadays, right? More than 10, right? Yeah. You name it, and they have it all installed on their phones, feeding their curiosity, or rather feeding their insecurities. Yeah, today's social media has become a platform that has a very negative impact on teens. This is a very good thesis statement, Nurhan, but this is an indirect thesis statement. What I'm looking for, Nurhan, I'm looking for direct thesis statement. Direct thesis statement. You should tell me 3 disadvantages. Child, you can abuse. You can say child abuse, for example, number 1. You can select another topic. I don't know what do you have in mind about the negative. So if I ask you, what are the negative things that you are going to develop in your essay? Could be health reasons, right? Health problems. Right, Nurhan? Nurhan?
Yes, Professor. I was going to talk about how it it wastes their time, and it makes them exposed to strangers and dangerous people, things like that.
Yeah, and after a while, wallahi, you will find out, not after a while, nowadays you will find so many people, even adult people or old people, they have autism. They have autism. Even when he is speaking to you about a very important topic, he or she will have his or her mobile phone, and he or she will start, reading or playing with the mobile phone. This is something psychological, by the way. Psychological, impact. Yep. Yeah. it's a very good topic, by the way. It's a very, very good topic, you know. Think about three disadvantages. Three disadvantages of social media applications. By the way, they have so many. They have so many advantages, but we are going to talk about the disadvantages. Right? They have advantages. Another essay could be about the advantages, but it will be a different topic. It will be in another essay. And this essay, you are going to talk about the disadvantages, which is cool, which is good. I like this topic, but please rewrite your thesis statement. I'd like you to write a direct thesis statement rather than an indirect thesis statement, please. Okay? Yeah, and next time, inshallah, by next Sunday, I'd like you to send me the first draft of your essay. Next Sunday, I will upload now the assignment. You should upload the first draft of your essay. The first draft of your essay. Now, you have selected the topic, you have selected today, inshallah, I'm going to talk about the types of conclusions. You have selected the topic, you have selected your thesis statement, you have decided the topics, the three main ideas that you are going to discuss in your essay and so on. So yeah, by next time, inshallah, you must submit a full essay. A full essay. Now, introductory, 3 body paragraph, and a concluding paragraph. In the body paragraph, you know the body paragraph, a paragraph starts with a topic sentence, then supporting details. Major supporting details, minor supporting details, and so on. And we talked about types of details. Who's next? I read another attempt by, I think, Noor. Noor? Am I right, Noor? Noor? In the past days, the pandemic, no, we said that. We talked about this last time, I think. Yeah, in the past days, because yeah, I talked about this. Yeah, it's here, it's here. Give me a second. I will. It's by Abdul Aziz, I think. Yeah. Topic by Abdul Aziz. I will show you. Yeah, this is by Abdul Aziz, I think. Imagine that you are in the year 1990 and you tell, be careful, Abdulaziz, your friends that within 30 years, students all around the world will be able to attend lectures at Harvard University, with the preposition at Sharjah University, we say at the University of Sharjah, at Harvard University, at Yarmouk University, my university, by the way. They will graduate and get an accredited certificates without visiting the USA at all. Would anyone believe you? Yeah, I like your hawk. It's good. Now, with the advent of the internet, online learning, excellent. Yani he starts from broad, the inverted pyramid, till specific information. With the advent of the internet, online learning has become an essential tool within educational systems. Governments have been struggling to provide the best educational systems for their students. However, with the expensive and inconvenient traditional educational systems, many students around the world, especially in poor countries, do not get access to basic education. Online learning might be the hope for humanity to overcome the problems that come with the traditional inconvenient educational system. As online learning becoming more essential to our lives, this essay discusses. Now, Abdulaziz, if you remember, we said that these types of sentences we call this type of sentences announcement. Announcement. Don't say that this essay will discuss. or this paper will discuss, right? You should start directly with the topic. You should say, online learning has advantages, has the following advantages, or some advantages, such as 1, 2, 3. Again, this thesis statement is an indirect thesis statement, so you have to rewrite it, and you should write a direct thesis statement. Another attempt sent to me by Noor Safi. Noor Safi. Noor Safi. Yeah, I will share.
Professor, I have a question.
Yes. Yes.
Are we going to be able to resubmit the introductory
Yes.
paragraph?
Yes. I will do a new link for you today.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right. Yeah, I got this today. I checked this, I think, for Noor Safi. Yeah. The one thing a person needs to improve, look, their health. Here you have a person. This is singular. You have to be careful for the pronouns. You know, this is singular, so his or her health is sport. Now, again, this is what you call run-on sentences. Run-on sentences, يعني you don't have, or you don't split your sentences. Here, you should use full stop, and this will be a new sentence. Sport can help a person in several ways. Sport can allow you to challenge yourself and set goals. Taking care of yourself is an essential. Set goals. Look, ya Noor, here. يعني for me as a reader, I don't understand what do you mean by setting goals. What do you mean by goals? And يعني how sports, this is a very general statement, by the way. Setting goals. What do you mean by goals? Which goals? Which goals? We don't understand. How can sport help me to set a goal? A goal for what? Right? Taking care of yourself is an essential part of self-care. طبعا improving, which improves your health. Also, having a strong heart and motivation through playing sports can improve your physical and mental health. Here you are talking about two different topics. Noor, you are talking about physical health and mental health, and these are two different topics, by the way. You can't include them in one essay. All right, Noor? You can't include them in one essay. So you have to select only one topic. Only one topic. Rewrite your thesis statement. Now, let's go back to talk about our important issue, which is how to write a conclusion. Yes, Asil?
Yes, doctor, you did not give me feedback on my assignment for the introduction.
Yeah, I remember you. I have read it this morning, wallah. All right. I'll give you. Don't worry. Now, Asil. Excuse me, and I have a problem in moving my hand, especially my right hand here. Salahuddin. Asil, yeah. This is Asil. Asil. What is one way for people to strengthen their critical thinking skills and expand their imagination all at the same time, the answer might be a lot simpler than anticipated. Reading, yeah, good. The Hawk sentence is good. You start with a question, good. The answer might be a lot simpler than anticipated. Reading, good. Reading has played a vital role in my life so far, and I find that its importance is beyond just a mere way to pass the time or entertainment. Reading, يعني be careful to capitalization. يعني this is one of the problems that the majority of us have in writing. Short stories, poems, novels, narrative essays, and just about any other kind of literature. Literature, again here, small letter, can heavily impact people's lives no matter who they are. Good. As for me, here, Seal, you should avoid this style. No, this is an announcement. As for me, I think reading. No, delete this. Reading, يعني you have to be, let's say, confident. You have to have self-confidence in yourself. Not to say I think. No, start. Reading is so important. يعني give us as readers an impression that in Allah you are going to convince us how reading is important in developing or in strengthening your critical thinking skills. And yeah, it's a very, very interesting topic, by the way. Yeah, see, and yeah, and sorry to say that we don't read. The majority of us don't read. We read messages. We read. We spend the majority of our times on social medias. Am I right? Who's going to write about the topic? Rania, I think. Rania, Lana, who's Nurhan? Yeah, about the use of social medias. Yeah, because it influences my decisions and hobbies, can be used for educational purpose, benefits me personally in different ways. Again, here you must rewrite your thesis statement. Yeah, Asil, I'm looking for direct thesis statement. When I'm saying direct thesis statement, you should highlight 3 ideas that you are going to develop in your essay. Reading is blah blah 1, 2, 3. Okay. Who's next? Who's next? I think I gave a feedback for all of you, right? Am I right? If not, tell me, please. Okay. Okay. You are welcome. Now, today, inshallah, I'm going to talk about the last issue in this unit, which is concluding paragraph. You know, when we start talking about paragraph or essay, we said that it's like the hamburger. Do you remember? It's like the hamburger, and the hamburger should have 2 pieces of bread, the upper and the lower bun, we call them. And in the middle, you should have, you know, the meat, the lettuce, the other delicious things that you like, right? Now they say is the same. We have an introductory paragraph, we have a body, so we have to have a concluding paragraph. Otherwise, we cannot have an essay. It cannot be called an essay. Yani imagine a hamburger sandwich with only 1 piece of bread. You have the upper piece only, without the lower one. So how can you handle this hamburger? You can't. You can't. The same is true for the essay. It has an introductory paragraph. It must have a concluding paragraph. Now, a concluding paragraph, it is the last paragraph, sorry, of your essay. And a concluding paragraph is your chance to remind the reader of your thesis idea. Thesis idea, and bring the paper to a natural and graceful end. It will be a kind of a summary. We will talk about the types of the concluding paragraph now. There are common methods of writing the conclusion. You may use any one of the methods below, anyone, or you may use a combination of methods to round off your paper, to close or to end your paper. First of all, you should end with a summary and final thought. Summary and final thought. Tell your readers what you are going to tell them. Tell them what you have told them. So the summary means that you should summarize the main idea of your essay. What you are going to tell me as a reader. What is the essence? What is, according to American English, what is the beef? Have you heard this sentence or this idiom? There was in the American election, there was a debate between Ronald Reagan and George W. Bush, the father. Now Reagan talked for a long time, for 2 hours, and suddenly George Bush, the father, looked at him and said, "Where is the beef? Where is the beef? Where is the beef?" That means, what is the main idea? What you are going to tell us? All right? So yeah. So what is the main idea? What are you going to tell us? What is the summary of your essay? What is the idea that you would like, or what is the message that you would like to deliver to us as readers? Right? In Arabic we say zubda al-mawdu', the essence or the summary of the subject. Online shopping at home. Look at this example. Online shopping at home then has several advantages. Such shopping is convenient, saves your money, and saves your time. Now, here you should rewrite your thesis statement. Now you have a thesis statement in the introductory paragraph. You should rewrite it or paraphrase it in your own words in order to reinforce what you have discussed in your essay. Now, such shopping is convenient, saves you money, and saves you time. It is not surprising that growing numbers of people are doing the majority of the shopping on the internet for everything from tennis seats to televisions. Yeah, this is a short and informative concluding paragraph, and the topic was online shopping. And I think one of you is going to write about online shopping. It is a very, very important topic nowadays. And you know, everything you'd like to buy, you go to Amazon or you go to an application called Noon, right? And you look for the item you'd like to buy. You can check the price. You can check the size, the color, whatever you want. Anything you'd like to buy. You see Alibaba, there is a website called Alibaba. You can buy from a needle till a tractor. If you'd like to buy a tractor, you can buy from Alibaba, right? So yeah, nowadays online shopping is very, very famous. There is no need to go to shopping centers and to waste time. If you'd like to buy, for example, a laptop, there is no need to go to stores and moving around asking about specifications, what is good, what is bad. No, you go to Amazon, for example, you select the any laptop you want, at the price you want, and you will see the feedback of the buyers, you know. And wallahi, they give it 5 stars, 2 stars, 3 stars. You know, this is a very, very good topic to write about nowadays. Yeah. So this is number one. So the first strategy is to summarize, end with a summary and final thought. How can you do that? Go to your thesis statement, paraphrase it. Paraphrase it. Paraphrase it. That means يعني, you rewrite your thesis statement in your own words or in a different words, but with the same meaning. With the same meaning. Number two, include a thought-provoking question or short series of questions. Sometimes you end your introduction, you end your concluding paragraph with a question. Why? Because you'd like your reader to think. What is the best solution for that? A question grabs the reader's attention. It is a direct appeal to your reader to think further about what you have written, right? A question should follow logically from the points you have already made in the essay. It must be related. You can rewrite your thesis statement in a term or in the form of a question. In the form of a question. A question must deal with one of these areas. Why the subject of your essay is important. What might happen in the future. Imagine now Nurhan is going to talk about the disadvantages of social media applications on children or on young people or whatsoever. Now, she may end up her conclusion or her concluding paragraph with a question. These are, for example, the disadvantages of using these applications, blah, 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 blah. So what do you expect more? What can we expect in the future? Because nowadays, you know, we have a very important issue, especially in these applications. What do we call it? The security, right? And, you know, anyone can hack your account and he or she can, you know, steal your photos, your documents, or whatsoever, right? And this is a kind of hacking your privacy. And there are a lot of crimes happened as a result of these applications. It's not an easy issue, right? Yeah. Why should be done? What should be done about the subject? This subject. You can end, مثلا, in Nurhan. What can be done to stop this dangerous phenomenon? What can be done? What the government should do regarding this? What the family should do, right? What the university should do regarding this issue? Which choice should be made in your conclusion? You may provide an answer to your question. Be sure that the question is closely related to your thesis. يعني, you may start your introductory paragraph with a question, and you may answer the question in your concluding paragraph. Right? Let's take an example. What then will happen when most of the population will be over 60 years old? This is a question. This is a question. Retirement, now the answer. Retirement policies could change dramatically. With the age 65, testimonial dinner and gold watch postponed for 5 or 10 years. Even television will change as the Red Bull generation replaces the Pepsi generation. Glamorous gray-haired models would sell everything from toilet paper to televisions. New swap operas and situation comedies would reveal the secrets of the sunset years. It would be a different world indeed when the young find themselves outnumbered. So here, this is the question, and the author provide answers for this question, the expected answers, and these answers are this information must be related to your topic. You should make sure that wallahi, these answers or this answer is related to my topic, especially your thesis statement. Yani you must remember that, and your thesis statement is the roadmap. Number 3, end with a prediction or a recommendation. Prediction or a recommendation. Prediction, يعني as for the topic, let's go back to the topic of social media's application. And wallahi, you can make a prediction, after 5 years or 6 years, 10 years, 1 year, 3 years, etc. And wallahi, the social life or social interaction will be zero. Yani people will not interact physically, will not visit each other. If they'd like, for example, to see each other, they can see each other on these applications, right? There is no need to meet, there is no need for social gatherings and so on. Yeah. And even now, you see during the COVID-19 pandemic, even marriage parties were online, right? Even if you'd like to ask for a hand of a girl, you can do that online. And the sheikh will do I will conclude the marriage contract online. We saw a video, they conclude the marriage contract online. And do you agree? Yes, I agree. She agrees. They were communicating with each other using the social media. Yes, so Mubarak, congratulations. Now you are a wife and a husband. Yeah, we can expect so many things in the future. Like questions, predictions, and recommendations also involve your readers. A prediction states what may happen in the future. You should give us a kind of prediction. And wallahi, for the online shopping, for example. Online shopping, what do you expect for the future? By the way, nowadays, if we go back to the 1990s, 30 years ago, we do not expect that if we are living in that date, we will not have an idea, we cannot imagine how life will be in 2020, right? Imagine if someone who passed away in 1990 and now he's alive again. Imagine this. He passed away in 1990 and now suddenly, wallahi, he gets out of his, grave, and he is starting talking to us, and he's starting looking around him, he's starting looking at the world around him. Oh my God, what is this in your hand? You will tell him, wallah, this is a mobile phone. What do you mean by a mobile phone? How can you use it? Well, look, I can see someone who is in the United States. I can talk to him using video calls. Oh my God, what is this? Wallahi, this is an electric car, or this is, you can do online shopping. You can do, oh my God, online learning, or it will be so difficult for him, right? He will say, I'm quite sure he will say, please, let me go back again to my grave. I can't believe what I can see. So yeah, you should give prediction for your readers in the future. No, what kind of predictions? Especially logical predictions. You may ask questions. What will happen next? What are the psychological effects of uh, um, using social medias, right? What are the social effects? How about the social norms? How about the culture? What will happen to our culture? Are we going to change our culture? Yes, يعني because of COVID-19, we can say that in Wallah, it has affected our culture. The majority of our cultural names have been changed as a result of COVID-19, right? Nowadays, there is no need to show your condolences for someone by going to his place and saying, Wallahi, rahamallahu faqidakum. You can send a message, that's enough. But before that, it was a shame, right? Before COVID-19, it was a shame. You must go physically there and show condolences or your condolences or your congratulations and so on, right? Yeah. And now if someone is sick in the past before COVID-19, you have to take, flowers or, a gift, and you go and visit him physically. But nowadays, you just send a message for him. Yeah. So life has been changed. Look at this example here. If people stop to think before acquiring pets, there would be fewer instances of cruelty to animals. Many times it is the people who adopt pets without considering the expense and responsibility involved who mistreat and neglect their animals. Pets are living creatures. They don't deserve to be treated as carelessly as one would treat stuffed toy. Yeah, yeah, this is a recommendation. This is a recommendation. So we said that you may end with a prediction, end with a question, or a recommendation. A recommendation. You may, if you are writing about the disadvantages of, let's say, social medias, especially on children, you can give recommendations to family. You should prevent your kids, or you should watch and observe your kids all the time. You should not allow him to use social media for a long time. And especially, PlayStation nowadays, they have PlayStations, they have uh, some, games such as fighting or killing, PUBG or whatsoever, right? And these games um, are catastrophic for kids because they will start imitate. Children like to imitate what they have watched. So yeah, you can uh, video games, especially video games. This is a good topic, by the way. You can write about video games, the disadvantages of video games, right? Because we heard a lot of stories, and some kids they killed themselves or they killed their brothers and sisters as a result of PUBG, Hadi, right? Yeah, or other video games. Yeah, it is a good topic, by the way. It's very important. And the majority of people nowadays, they don't care about it. They buy these games for their kids and they don't observe them. And as a result, there will be a lot of catastrophes. They will, it will be so dangerous for them. A recommendation suggests what should be done about a situation or a problem. Stereotypes such as ditzy, blonde, hairy executive, and annoying in law this is an example, insulting enough to begin with. In magazine ads or television commercials, they become even more insulting. Now, these unfortunate characters are not just being laughed at, they are being turned into hucksters to sell products to an unsuspecting public. Consumers should boycott companies whose advertising continues to use such stereotypes, right? By the way, nowadays, especially the advertisements We have seen so many advertisements, and we are seeing. You can see advertisement by the time you use your mobile phone, go to the internet, you will have so many advertisements about different products for cosmetics, for health, for sports, food, anything. There are so many things. And they will have, of the majority of these advertisements are faked. And by the time you buy the product, you will discover that, wallahi, it doesn't meet the description, the description of the product that you have bought is completely different from the description of the product from those mentioned in the advertisement. Yeah, you can. This is a good topic, by the way. Yeah. So have you got the idea of the concluding paragraph? Have you got the idea of the concluding paragraph? Now, I will just remember you. When we write a concluding paragraph, your concluding paragraph is the last paragraph of your essay, and it should summarize the main idea or the lesson or the topic that you are going to tell your reader. There are different or common methods of writing your conclusion. End with a summary and final thought. And if you remember, we said that you can use one method or combine two methods together. End with a summary and final thoughts. Number one. Number two, include a thought-provoking question or a short series of questions in order to provoke your readers' thought, to let them think about this phenomenon. And wallahi, yeah, video games is a very dangerous phenomenon nowadays, and we should think of better solutions. Drugs, for example, right? Drugs are very, very, very harmful, not only to the health of the person, but to his family or her family or whatsoever. Yeah, and for the society in general. Number three, include a thought-provoking. We said that. Number four, end with a prediction or recommendation, like a question. You can end your essay with a question, with prediction, or with a recommendation in general. Let's move to the last issue of this essay, which is the title of your essay. Now, every essay must have a title. Video games, the advantages of video games, or the disadvantages of video games, the advantages of online shopping, the disadvantages of online shopping. Or if we are writing a definition essay, you can say, what is true love? What is true friendship? Right? A title is usually a very brief summary of what your paper is about. It must be informative, and it must be related to your topic. You are talking about online shopping. You can your title will be, what is online shopping, if you'd like to define online shopping, or if you'd like to talk about advantages of online shopping, disadvantages of online shopping, and so on. It is often no more than several words. That means it must be short. Your title must be short. You may find it easier to write the title after you have completed your paper. So, my advice to you, don't write your title at the beginning. The last thing that you should do after finishing your essay, you should write the title for the essay. right? So the title is the last step. Title is the last thing that you should write. Now, the first thing, if you remember, we said that is your thesis statement. You have to check your thesis statement. You have to make sure that I have a direct thesis statement. It has 3 main ideas. All right. It is not an announcement. It is not too broad. It is not too narrow. All right. Then, when you write your thesis statement, you have to apply the if you remember the pre-writing techniques. The pre-writing techniques. You should apply them, and you should make sure in wallahi, this is the first idea. Try to apply the writing techniques, clustering, or doing a list or whatsoever, or free writing. Then you should do the refinement for your free writing or for clustering and so on to come up with the most relevant details for your thesis statement. Now, then you should write the introductory paragraph. You should use a hook plus connecting information plus your thesis statement. Now, after that, you should write the body of your essay. You have 3 main paragraphs. Each paragraph should discuss a separate idea from those that have been mentioned in your thesis statement, right? First paragraph, second paragraph, third paragraph, the concluding paragraph. You should apply one of the methods that we have just talked about. Finally, you should write your title. So your title will be the last step. Now, look at this example here. This is an introductory paragraph. I'm not just a consumer. I am a victim. If I order a product, it is sure to arrive in the wrong color, size, quantity. Here, the author is writing about the advantages, disadvantages of online shopping, right? If I order a product, it is sure to arrive in the wrong color, size, or quantity. If I hire people to do repairs, they never arrive on the day scheduled. If I owe a bill, the computer is bound to overcharge me. Therefore, in self-defense, I have developed the following consumer's guide to complaining effectively. So the most important issue here, this is, by the way, this is an indirect thesis statement. Again, in the future, inshallah, you can write a direct thesis statement or indirect thesis statement. Both are acceptable. Both are acceptable. But for the purpose of this essay, because I'd like to teach you how to generate ideas, I'd like you to use the direct thesis statement, right? Now, if you read this paragraph, you can see that in Wallahi, the topic of the paragraph is how to complain. The title, how to complain. Why? Because here, I have developed the following consumer's guide to complaining effectively. So how to complain. So you make an inference, and wallahi, he's going to how to complain. Another example here. This is an introductory paragraph. Schools divide people into categories. From first grade on up, students are labeled advanced, deprived, or remedial, or antisocial. Students, big on heart, their fellow students too. Sorry. We have all known the brain, the joke, the dummy, and the teacher's pet. We have all known the brain, the joke, the dummy, the teacher's pet. يعني he used a metaphor here, right? He used a kind of metaphor. Here, teacher's pet, that it doesn't mean إنه والله he's a cat or he's the most يعني beloved one to his teacher, right? In the class, يعني we can see that إنه والله A, Muhammad, for example, is the brain of the class. That means he's the most intelligent student. The joke, يعني he's always telling jokes, right? The dummy, he's يعني stupid, right? And the teacher's pet, يعني the one who is so beloved to his teacher. In most cases, these labels are misleading and inaccurate. But there is one label for a certain type of college student that says it all zombies. Now, student zombies, this is the title. This is the best title for this introductory paragraph. Okay, again, this is a very interesting topic, huh? A very interesting topic. But don't do that, يعني, because it will be so sensitive for your teachers, huh? Right? Avoid يعني avoid sensitive topics. And in the future, inshallah, when you select a topic, you should make sure that the topic that you are going to talk about will not make any kind of sensitive for some people, right? يعني, you have to make sure that it is not so sensitive to. You are not talking about a highly sensitive issue. Talk about general issues. You talk about, as we said, video games, about online shopping, online education, etc. There are so many topics, by the way, but يعني be away from politics, right? Be away from politics. Avoid these يعني three topics: politics, religion, sex. All right? Politics, religion, sex. Avoid these three topics and select any topic you like, right? Okay. So yeah, this is for the concluding paragraph. Any questions, any comment? If you have any question, I'm ready to answer about the concluding paragraph. And next time you must submit the whole essay. The whole essay. Introductory paragraph, 3 main body paragraph, the concluding paragraph, plus the title. Plus the title of your essay بمشيئة الله. I will upload it now on Blackboard. All right? All 5 in total.